Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestlers Way and to another edition of AEW Rampage Out of 10. It's a big show today. The show featured two major title matches, a massive brawl between former WWE superstars and multiple other bouts on the show. So yeah, like I say, as always with Rampage, it is a pretty stacked hour of wrestling, so let's get straight into it. And we kicked off with Claudio Castagnoli, and he and the RH Pure World Champion made their way out to the ring and kicked off Rampage. Ricky Steamboat was in the crowd and Castagnoli heat praise, and then the Swiss Superman issues a challenge for next week's, which is answered by Dustin Rhodes. The latter said it has been his dream to win a world championship. Castagnoli says that Rhodes still has the fire and accepted the match. And yeah, that's going to be an interesting match to kick us off. I'm looking for, not Rhodes wasn't the challenger I had in mind, but it'll still be interesting. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. But then it was time for Swerve Strickland and Kiki versus Private Party for the tag titles. Lee and Cassidy kicked off the match for their teams. Both stars had an early back and forth before Lee hit a chop on Cassidy's drop, and Swerve was then tagged in and came in with a flurry of offences, but Private Party stopped in his tracks. Cassidy and Quen then went for the gin juice. However, Strickland hit the Swerve stomp on Quen and made a tag to Lee. Lee dominated Private Party before he tagged in Strickland. Towards the end of the match, Swerve hit the Swerve kick on the back of Quen for a 2 count. He then followed up with a JML driver to pick up the W. And on the whole, gets 7 out of 10 from me. Really good match between two great teams in AEW. And build up Lee and Strickland more, makes them look like stronger champions. So yeah, no issues with 7 out of 10, good stuff. Hook then took on Zach Clayton in basically a squash match, and he hit the red run quickly to pick up the victory. On the whole, gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I think not much more I could give it, really. Just dominant victory for Hook, and building him up with that TNT type. FTW title a bit more. So yeah, no issues at 6 out of 10. It's then time for Buddy Matthews versus Serpentico. Matthews made a quick start as he hit a dropkick and followed that with a pump from the apron. Serpentico then went for a Hurricane Rana, but his opponent caught him. Towards the end of the match, Matthews hit the Murphy's Law to pick up the W. Post-match, Miro came down the ramp with Malachi Black's mask, and huge ball started between the two teams. Miro hit a splash on Matthews. The Redeemer then hit Punk kick on Matthews, and as Lerter was forced to retreat. And good stuff setting up that feud between Miro and the House Black, which I think will be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. In terms of the match itself, wasn't bad either. Did its job, did its purpose. So yeah, 6 out of 10, good stuff. Penelope Ford then took on Athena next. Both squared off in the middle of the ring to start off the match. After a brief back and forth, Ford got the advantage by bending Athena neck first into the ropes. Ford was then in total control at this stage of the match. She hit a stunner on the former WWE superstar. Towards the end of the bout, Athena threw Ford into guardrail, then hit the Eclipse inside the squared circle to pick up the victory. Post-match, the Buddies led a vicious attack on Athena, and Jade Cargill hit her as a sledgehammer. And on the whole, 6 out of 10 from me. Athena, love the Eclipse all the time. For me, a good victory for Athena, kind of rebuilding everything for a little bit, I don't think. So yeah, not bad at all. And like I say, so it's purpose. Then it's time for the Trustbusters versus Orange Cassidy. Daivari and Taylor started the match off for their teams. Daivari hit multiple kicks on Taylor, and the Trustbusters were in control during the initial stages. Chuck Taylor was then thrown into guardrail by Parker, and they were dominating until Orange Cassidy got the tag. He took out Slim J with kicks, and then followed up with a crossbody drop. Cassidy and Boudreaux then came face to face, and the latter decimated all 3 of his opponents. However, he missed a splash, and Cassidy and best friends took him down. Towards the end of the match, Danhausen came out and cursed Slim J. Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch on Daivari on the apron before Taylor and Trent held Slim J down. Cassidy then hit his slash and his partner's shoulders to get the W. Good stuff from me. 6 out of 10 from me. Really fun match. I think best friends going through. I think it's probably the decision we thought they'd go with. But I don't know. Having Trustbusters lose so quickly after they got a big push on Rampage last week, I'm not so sure. So in terms of the match itself, it gets 7 out of 10. In terms of that kind of booking decision, it gets a 5 out of 10. So I'll meet in the middle and go 6 out of 10. Overall, Rampage this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I'd say a pretty decent episode of Rampage this week. There's nothing special, nothing that really stood out. Maybe the first match was quite entertaining, but except for that, nothing that really stood out. Just a solid 6 out of 10 Rampage, which did its job, served its purpose, and progressed storylines. So on the whole, no issues with this week's episode. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. So like, subscribe, don't forget to comment down below. Follow us and finish with daily wrestling news. Subscribe to my channel, it's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.